Assembly. I, Oluomo, Right Honorable, remain the Speaker of Ogun State House of Assembly. I've been undaunted with a series of calls from various media houses, but I've restrained myself from addressing the press since Tuesday that the drama took place on the floor of the House. Why? Because I believe the leaders of the government and the party will intervene. But by Wednesday, when I realized that the intervention is not forthcoming the way I expected, I think I need to address the press. And let me start, which was confirmed in the government press release yesterday, which just said alleged impeachment of the Speaker, Oluomo. And let me dwell on what really happened. I have no problem with my colleagues, although from day one, you all know the stories behind my emergence, June last year. But let me be factual with you. Since that time, I've not been hiding it easy. Some members who did not want me to be Speaker from that time have not reneged on their terrorizing me in the House. It's been one problem or the other. To the extent that I normally tell them jokingly, look, if you don't want me as Speaker again, just tell me. You don't need to take laws into your hand. But just let me know. I am the most luckiest legislator in Ogun State that have won my election back to back 4 times from my constituency. I cannot be more lucky than that. I've been a member to deputy speaker to speaker, and speaker once again. So there's nothing that is special to me in the seat of the speaker that I cannot live as a Democrat, as a young journalist that grew up to this stage, as a civil rights and human rights activist from my childhood. So I'm not the type of a person that they say he wants to perpetuate himself in office for no reason. And on that note, I want to say that I respect the opinion and the belief that the House of Assembly have the right to elect and change their leadership at any given time. What I'm saying is, if you want to do that, follow due process. We are lawmakers. We're not supposed to break law. So, on Tuesday, we have no issue. We have just resumed from holiday a Tuesday before, where I welcome everybody, and on the 16th, and I extend the hand of fellowship to them and ask them that let us cooperate together to move Ogun State forward in the year 2024. And that if you have anything against ourselves, Yoruba will say, Shemikin, Bielugore, let's always resolve our matter. We are an arm of government. We are not supposed to be allowing intruders to come into us. We said that one, and the little gift I have for members as New Year gift, I gave to everybody, and we left on the upper Tuesday. When we came this Tuesday, as I was about stepping out of the quarters, I was called that the cultural center is ready for swearing in of new judges. So I quickly put it, and I was going to the office, I quickly put it on our platform, asking them to please join me and honor the governor. So as I was getting to the office, I said, instead of me sending a message to them, let me go upstairs. So I went upstairs to start calling. I went from one office to another. The governor is ready there. Let's go and honor the government and the judges that. And I left. When the program was about to close, they came in, we took the national anthem, and I said, gentlemen, please come now. Let us join the judges in taking photographs, at least for us to be part of it. Those who have made judges are indigenous of Ogun State. It's our governor that is swearing them in. And they joined me there. So I will get back to the office. When I get back to the office, I said, how many members are around? They said 14 are already. I said, okay, since our quorum is 9, I said, okay, go and call all of them. Let's have our normal executive session meeting, where we normally iron out contentious issues. So, and anytime I say with that tone, the sergeant at arms supposed to go and bring the mace, so that when we are leaving, he will lead us into the chamber. While I was seated, waiting for them to come for the meeting and waiting for the sergeant at arms to bring the me, so that after the meeting we can proceed to the chamber. I just heard, bang, 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 bang. What noise is this? I get out of my office and I peep from the other window that leads to our garage. I noticed 200 members that I want to mention wrestling and beating the sergeant at arms to rescue the mace from him. Before I know it, they took it from him and they headed straight into the chamber that was still under lock. The first door opened and they started calling me down. When I now came down. The first thought is, if it's my time of youth, me that has been leading demonstration, I will have gone there, but I felt I am assured, and I don't want to stay to be in the news for bad reason. So because of that, I entered my car, and I moved straight to the governor's office. I was at the governor's office from that time, maybe to 12 or so, till night. And I want to thank, when the governor said, what happened? I said, oh, God, this is what happened. Ah, that is bad. That's not a good one for Ogun State. Okay, Mr. Speaker, I hope you are not wounded. Please, sit down. Attend to him. They're not asking me, didn't the water, they didn't touch you. I said, nothing happened to me, sir. I didn't wrestle with anybody. When I saw it happening, assuredly, I was just coming to your office. So the governor said he will be meeting them. And I knew that that's about the first or second day a guy will be coming to the office fully for the year. A lot of meetings are scheduled for him. So he was attending one meeting or the other. I see myself. They just say, please hold on. Let the guy finish his meeting. He will call them. And he called them. And after they left, he told me that he has spoken with them, that we should find a way to resolve the problem within ourselves. And I heard that, I wasn't at the meeting, I heard that he said what they have done is illegal, that it's not good for even for the image of Ogun State. That when he was seeing it on the telly, he doesn't like the whole thing. He now said he has asked them to go and rethink their position, and by Wednesday they should come back. So said I should just hold on, that he will find a solution. So I waited on Wednesday, waiting for me to be called to either to attend the meeting or to be given the feedback. So, and at the point I was called, and I was told that there's no truth, yes, that they are still looking for a way to resolve the matter. And I saw that other former legislators in the state and President one, the National Assembly, were also invited. The governor invited them to share experience on how we are going to resolve the matter. So the answer, Mr. Speaker, you can go. We have just spoken with them. They are giving us so. They will not give so, but go and let us see what happened. So I left, and I came back to the quarters, expecting that they will call me again to finalize the issue. The next thing I saw on that Wednesday was that was 24th. The next thing I saw was the notice of impeachment. I just busted into laughter. That, if you had followed the process that was recognized and prescribed by the standing order, it is the notice of impeachment that's supposed to come first. Our rule is very, very clear. It is easy for you to elect speaker, but the law makes it difficult for you to remove the speaker in a gestapo manner. The law prescribes process that you, and I am a due process person. I believe in law. I believe in due process. So what they're supposed to have done was to have served me impeachment notice. I will have 72 hours to respond. When I respond, the clerk will take my response and give to all of them, one by one. If the law says that if they are satisfied with my, if majority are satisfied with my response, the matter died there. If they are not, they will now go to the floor and report that the answer is not satisfactory. So a committee should be set up to investigate the matter. They will now set up the committee. At that point, it is at that point that as the speaker, I have to step aside for the committee to do its work. So when the committee finishes work in under 72 hours, they will report back to the House. And somebody, during that period, the committee will invite me for the purpose of fair hearing. They will put the allegation to me, one after the other. And now we prefer a situation where pressmen will be invited to listen to my own side of the story. Just like it happened during the former deputy speaker under my regime in the ninth legislature. Some of you are there. It's followed due process. We served him notice. He replied, set up a committee. He faced the camera, said his own. And he was properly impeached or removed from office on the floor of the House with vote of majority member. Due process followed. I cannot be clear that I'm a human rights activist and I will not allow due process to take place in an organization that I have the privilege of God and the benevolence of my members to lead. So that's what happened in my own time. Even when that guy went to court, people mistake it for the other. The case he has with me in court is not that of his removal as deputy speaker. The one he has against me was that one of suspending him from the House. And that was done under the Legislative Privileges Act of 2024, which prescribed another method of removing or suspending a member, different from that of removing of a principal officer of the House as recognized by the standing rule. So even when he went to court, when we filed our objection and we listed all those things we have done with evidence, he himself went to court to withdraw that suit. So it was an error. People saying that when he was impeached, they didn't allow him freedom. That is not true. Even the one that they say he went to court, we didn't obey the law, court of law. That's not the truth. I don't want to be reacting to everything. He went to court that he was suspended wrongly. And we raised what we call preliminary objection before the court. That under the act for which he was suspended, that act says that if you are suspended and you want to sue the House, you must give the House a 3 months pre-trial notice. And we told the court, he cannot do that. He's supposed to write us that he's taking this matter to court. So since he didn't tell us, this case cannot proceed. The law court is not having jurisdiction. And that judge said, we should go and file every other thing. So I said, no, rule on this particular one. What we expect the judge to do was to say, okay, I objected to your submission. I ruled that I have jurisdiction over this matter, and I'm ready to hear the case. That was what we expect the judge to do. And the judge refused to do that, and he just went into judgment without hearing our own side of the story. Mark my word. He proceeded to give judgment without hearing our own side of the story. And the same thing he said we are accusing us of, that we didn't give that person fair hearing. And he did the same thing to us. So when I saw the judgment, the next thing for me to do is to go to court and challenge it. So we went to Court of Appeal. Court of Appeal now said, when you file the case in Court of Appeal and you serve, everybody knows that everything must come to an end at that time until the Court of Appeal determine it. And that's what happened in that case. But let me tell you here, maybe Daddy did not tell people. While that one was going on, we would have said until the case was disposed of at the Court of Appeal, we will not do anything for him according to the law. But Mr. Governor called me and said, Mr. Speaker, this is your aburo that you are fighting with. What is the situation? He has gone to court. So why can't we not give him his money? The man in his normal self. And what did we do? I made sure that he was paid all his money. I don't think he has told the people that one. All the allowances for the month that he was away from the house was paid to him. The only money that the house did not pay to him was the budget seminar that was held at Ibadan. I said, you cannot collect money for the budget, the seminar, budget defense that you did not attend. Then, budget defense in the house, allowance that we usually normally give to members of the house after all the wahala for the budget. You did not participate, I cannot give it to you. That's the only money you did not give to him. He collected all this, but even the salary that we said that should be withheld by CAPS. I have to ask the clerk, write a letter to CAPS that political solution, all this outstanding salary, let us pay him so that this matter will go off. And that was exactly what we did. We paid him all his outstanding allowance, all his outstanding salaries. Even of recent, I secured the approval of the governor to pay the severance allowance of the members of that night assembly. I paid his own to him. And the records are there. All this money are paid into the bank account. So for anybody to start saying that when it happened to somebody, they did somebody, no, it's not true. Go and check the record in the courts. He was paid. So in this case, what I'm saying, in essence, is that my members should follow due process. Simple. Until that is done, in compliance with the law, I remain the Speaker of the Ogun State House of Assembly and nothing more. Thank you. I don't believe we should start talking 2027 by now. But the truth of the matter is that a senator by excellence, Senator Oluomo Adeola Yayi, is my personal friend. And under any circumstance, I cannot deny him. The race to 2027 is yet to start. He's my personal friend. I won't say more than that. And the race for 2027 is yet to start. Why would anybody now link that one to 2027 that no, Senator Oluomo Yayi, I call him a legislator by excellence because I want to follow route here thoroughly. Somebody that has been in the House of Assembly, House of Rep, and now in the Senate. What else would a legislator look for in his life? So on that note, Oluomo Yayi, Senator representing Ogun West, is my personal friend and nothing more than that.
Okay, sir, are you likely to go to the courts and challenge this?
For your information, I have filed a suit in the Ogun State High Court asking them to determine whether a speaker can be removed through Gestapo or coup-like manner. And the court said you should go and serve them, which is right, and come back on the 7th of February to come and defend our case. So I'm a believer in the rule of law. That's why I go to court. Which other question follows that?
We're talking about the executives that you have founded the rule of engagement with the executive that you are no man.
I told that when I have problem, I run to the governor. So what else? Please, Abuabiodu is my greatest benefactor. It's a matter of that I've become deputy speaker before I came close to him. But he lifted my hand up, and I will be forever grateful to him. Now, when somebody say I will not be anything in Ogun State again, he stood by me. When they say I will not be speaker, he put me there with his support. Even the second time, when people are saying they don't want you, he said, that's my choice. And he stood by me. I cannot ever in my life be ungrateful that Abuabiodu is a man of my heart that God has sent to me as a destiny helper. I thank him and I appreciate him all the time.
Mr. Speaker, having said that, you remain the speaker.
I remain the speaker, yes.
Are you going to reconvene the sitting, and when, if yes, when?
Well, what the law says that when we're on this type of thing, I consult with principal officers and summon the convenance and convene the house. What I'm saying in essence is that follow the rule of law. Very simple. It's not a question of 10 people sign, 20 people sign. It's not about signature. It's about rule of law. If 27 people, including me, signed a paper, that is not mean that we should not follow due process. So it's not about, it should be 18 people sign. 18 people don't sign just like that. Your signature will be null and void if you don't follow the process. So what I'm saying is I don't mind the number of people that sign. Just follow the due process. Serve me notice. They have served me the notice, and I have replied to them already. I have replied today. They served me on Wednesday, even though I have up to tomorrow to reply. Because tomorrow is a Saturday, I need to submit the thing. So I was looking for peace, right? I was in court to ask the court to determine whether they have the right to remove me the way they have done. They said they have done, then or otherwise. Then secondly, for me not to violate the rule of the house that says I must reply within 72 hours, I have turned in my response. And what is my response? I was asking for more information. You just said, I am even surprised And it's a sort of a shame for me that people that are been in the house for some years are drafting this type of allegation. Whereas whereas if you want to write agreement. I will now come to paragraph 4 and now start saying sequel to the grant of so consequent upon the gross misconduct of Mr. Speaker, which borders on high-handedness, lack of focus, transparency, arrogance and poor leadership, political style, financial misappropriation, and incite members against themselves. Are those sworn allegations? How do you respond to that? So I have written back to them that I'm willing to appear before the panel, but they should be specific. If you say high-handedness, give an instance. If you say financial misappropriation, state it in the paper for me to defend myself. Somebody went on the radio and television and started saying that money for repair of quarters, so. The approval is there. When I brought the approval, I showed to all of them. The exception is that of the sergeant at arms and the one for my security. We paid for all of them, and that of sergeant at arms was handled by the office of the clerk, which is his responsibility. But the other one that for my security, we have a notice from court that the member representing the Kenne is in court, and we should be expecting judgment. And I said, okay, wait, let's see what happens. Whether that member wants anyone that it is, in case it goes the other way around, let's see. So we leave it there like that. That when that person comes, if we win according to what he said in the letter that his lawyer wrote to us, that I have a good case in court, and they said, okay. So if one eventually won, and I said, okay, will you want to go back to your former quarters where the person who was sent out belonged to, or you want to take the new one? He said I should allow him to think about it, that after resuming from holiday, because he came in December when we started the budget process. So because of that, nobody goes to that side. We are busy with the budget. And when we now resume, and I said, okay, when we resume, he will take his decision whether to go into the house where that person was, which was his own former quarters before, or to choose the new one. And the money that he's talking about for the balance is in the covers of the government, in the House of Assembly. They should have asked for it's not a question. I'm not the accounting officer of the House. By the rule of the House, I'm not the accounting officer. It's the clerk that's accounting. If any money is missing, it is the clerk that you're supposed to call. This money is missing, how about it? They are talking of that you took a memo to governor, governor will give you memo. Since the 10th assembly, the memos I took to governor are the one for the renovation of the house, one, the one for budget, the one for end of the year gift that was approved by the governor. And all of them get their money, and I don't pay them cash. I transfer money to everybody's account. Even the case of EFC that they are talking about, I just took the bullet for all of them. All of us were invited by EFCC. I just felt as a leader, I have a responsibility. When I got to EFCC, I said, look, I am the head of that place. Any question directed to me, you don't need to invite all of them. I call the shots there. And beside that, I am the presiding officer, and my clerk is there. Who is the accounting officer? Where do you need? I took the bullet for everybody. And the money they are talking about that time, the money, it goes in. When I came, the house has about 5 accounts. I closed all to remain just one. And all money that is given to us goes into that account. And from there, it is transferred to everybody every month. The records are there. Thank God the FCC has asked for the bank to bring the statement of account, and I've given them the CD. So when the trial starts, I will ask you people to be there. When the proper trial starts, I will not call you when we are still moving. But when they say we are starting trial on so day, I want people to come. Let them ask questions from me and ask from other person. I am not the accounting officer of the house. I am not responsible for anything. But I took bullet for everybody as a leader that is responsible.
Part of the allegation leveled against you was that you diverted